I've seen a lot of games, and I have a feeling this one is going to be special.
Week 9 of the greatest team season begins in Atlanta. Washington's Darrell Green enjoyed his greatest season as a pro in '91, and to begin the second half, he would pick off Chris Chandler and bring back the interception 36 yards for a score. The Falcons' Jamal Anderson coupled that effort with his best running game all year, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the defense delivered in the second half, Clark short of the first down. Atlanta wins 17-10, and now both teams are 3-5. The '85 Bears suffered a humiliating loss to Cleveland here last week and are now tied for first in the division. They need a win to keep first place, and Wilbur Marshall took matters into his own hands. Pick 6 set the tone for this one. Peyton scores a touchdown, and the Bears win easily today. Final score 23-0. 19 Chiefs and the 99 Jaguars. Jacksonville's lost 3 in a row, but it's not due to this combination. One of the favorites of the year, Mark Brunell to Jimmy Smith, gives him the early lead. And then Mahomes makes a brutal mistake to close the quarter. Beasley picks him off, 14-0 after 1, 17-7 at halftime. But Patrick Mahomes wills the Chiefs downfield to begin the third quarter, 17-14 on a touchdown from Sherman, then throws the hat trick to DeMarcus Robinson, 60 yards for the go-ahead score. Jacksonville's one last-ditch effort, 4th and 11. Brunell throws to Brady, who's short of the first down, and the game is over. Jacksonville has lost 4 in a row. Chiefs win it by a touchdown. 2 of the greatest teams in NFL history and 2 of the top teams in this league meet from Foxborough in Week 9. Brady, the league leader in fewest picks thrown, fittingly begins the game with a pick 6 to get this one started, but the offense would bounce back in a big way. Sammy Morrison for his second touchdown of the year, and New England ties the ball game at 10. Then Randy Moss, one of the greatest deep threats in NFL history, gets by Curtis Johnson for a big grab, then 2 plays later, Brady finds Stallworth for the go-ahead touchdown. New England led by 3 late in the ballgame, could seal with a third down run from Falk, but Bill Stanfill, the excellent first-team All-Pro out of Georgia, stops him there. Dolphins have a chance to win it. The tight end Fleming catches the long ball. Then for a touchdown, Warfield dropped it in triple coverage, however. Then Greasy throws an interception on the next play to lose the game. That's the big fella Vince Wilfork who snags it out of the air. He was pretty good in his day with those interceptions. Patriots take first in the division. Vintage Peyton Manning with easy work on the Houston defense today. 20 for 22, 278 yards and 4 touchdowns against a good defense in the Texans. We also saw first on the year, the opening safety of the season. That's Jonathan Joseph for 2 points for Houston. 35-11 Colts. The 2-5 2000 Ravens, the 3-4 1988 Bengals. Jamal Lewis got off to a brilliant start to this one, 99 yards in the first few minutes of the game. He finished with 139 on 15 carries, 14-10 Ravens, but they could not convert a third down here, opening the door for the '88 league MVP. And he was sensational on this drive. 16 to Holman, 24 to Collinsworth, immediately another 16 to Riggs. Then on 4th and 7, needing some play to keep the drive alive, instead he throws the game winner from 24 to Eddie Brown, and Cincinnati's victorious against a very good defense. Bengals are now 4-4. Green Bay, winners of 4 in a row, travel to Florida to battle the 2020 Bucs. Favre and Brady meet here in the sun. 2 of the great quarterbacks in NFL history won early by Tom Brady as he throws a beauty to Mike Evans for his second touchdown grab. And then Brady would get some help on special teams. 78-yard punt return touchdown from Antonio Brown, up by 14 early and 17 in the second half. But Reggie White would swing the momentum of this game as he forces the fumble, and the Packers a few plays later would capitalize as Green Bay's Brett Favre throws another touchdown to Antonio Freeman, part of his hat trick today. Then to tie the game, from 59 it goes over the top to Beebe. We're locked up at 24 with 1:24 to go. But vintage Tom Brady is so good in the clutch. He found his favorite target of this drive, a couple of big first down throws to Scotty Miller, the young slot from Bowling Green, sets him up in field goal range. 34 yards for one of the best kickers in the league this year, Ryan Suckup, and Mr. Irrelevant gives them the lead with a few seconds left. Favre needs a bit of a miracle, but he throws a check down to close the game to Freeman, and Tampa Bay wins 27-24. Two great performances from the QBs today, but Tampa was a bit better and is now 5-3 this year. Winner improves to 6-2 and takes first place all alone in the NFC South. Greg Olsen, the tight end, reels in another touchdown for the Panthers. That's his fourth. But otherwise, Carolina was horrid in the red zone. Interception here from Porter and a fumble from rookie Artis Payne inside the 10-yard line. But the Saints couldn't capitalize, opening the door for Jonathan Stewart, and he certainly would make his mark on this game. 53-yard touchdown grab, Panthers up 14-10. Breeze needs some heroics in the fourth quarter. He dials up the deep ball to Moore, and then on 1st and goal from the Panthers 7, throwing for the lead, tipped. This pass is picked off by Ben Jacobs. Yes, Ben Jacobs of the Panthers. So now Carolina needs just the first down to win the game, and they would get it with Jonathan Stewart. Panthers are now 6-2, winners of 2 straight and first in the NFC South. The 2013 Seattle Seahawks on upset alert against winless Detroit, down 10-7 at the end of 3. But then all 3 phases would score a touchdown. Sidney Rice on offense, O'Brien Schofield on special teams, and then on defense, Byron Maxwell to seal the game. Seattle scores 24 in the fourth quarter, going away 31-10. The 99 Titans are fresh off a huge win over Jacksonville last week. A victory here would give them sole possession of first in the AFC South, but they'll have to wait until next week for that. Jerry Rice catches the first of 4 Joe Montana touchdowns, 2 to John Taylor in the final to Terrence Flagler. 49ers win the game 28-7. 5 incompletions to 4 touchdowns for the Hall of Famer Joe Montana, and both Rice and Taylor go over the century mark today. San Francisco and St. Louis share the league's best record at 7-1. Here's a look at the very tough NFC West division race. 2006 Chargers and the 1986 Giants. Lawrence Taylor had his typical 2-sack performance on Phillip Rivers tonight. Stacy Robinson, an untypical 2 touchdown grabs, including this one from 80 yards to seal a Giants win 24-10. This is the only defense in the league top 5 in yards, sacks, and takeaways, and that defense was critical in the win tonight, 24-10. Philadelphia, after their win against the Giants last week, have made things interesting in this division. A win here could really shake things up. But Alvin Harper had his greatest game all year. 2 long touchdown grabs for the Cowboys receiver. This one to put him up by 14 of the third quarter. Dallas enjoyed a 10-point lead in the game's final minutes. Wentz drives him all the way to the goal line, needing a touchdown to keep him alive. Instead, he throws to the wrong team. Unfortunate bounce forced by Tolbert. Tony Casillas picks him off and brings it back all the way for the clinching touchdown. Dallas has won 3 games in a row and now takes sole possession of first place in the NFC East. Sunday night win 27-10 for Dallas, 1.5 games up on the Giants in this very tight division. Monday Night Football from chilly Denver, Colorado, 47 degrees, and Elway would feel the bitter cold early with a pair of interceptions. This one to Mel Blount to give the Steelers a 10-0 lead early, but he'd bounce back. First touchdown grab of the year for Justin Armour, and Denver came all the way back, scoring 17 unanswered. Davis with another score, his 6th of the season, and this putrid performance for the Steelers offense. They'd be tasked with a 98-yard drive to force overtime. Drop here from Delaplane on 3rd down. Bradshaw on 4th to extend the drive, sacked by Price, and the Broncos survive. Pittsburgh has now lost 2 games in a row and is only a game up of Cincinnati, and the Bengals host the Steelers next week, part of an incredible Week 10 schedule. Let's check out our conference leaders through Week 9. The 07 Patriots lead in the AFC by way of tiebreaker over the Dolphins, and San Francisco leads things in the NFC. Your leading passer through Week 9 of the campaign is New England's Tom Brady with 2,360 yards. Chicago's Walter Payton leads the league in rushing. That was the Week 9 slate of the greatest team season. Week 10 is a doozy beginning on Thursday night from Candlestick. 5-3 Bears 7-1 Niners. This is the greatest team season with Charger Dude 95.